stuff from your home. And so it's, oh yeah, thank you.
Sorry. I forgot it does that now, doesn't it? It tells you recording.
I know. So we're recording it obviously so that we can upload it and make sure that, you know, people can look at and watch it back, etc. So there we go. Continue. And yeah, so what I will do is I will mute Danny will mute everybody. Danny will mute everybody at just literally so that we can do the run through, but please do unmute yourself if you have questions during, because it's one of those, it's an information, lots of information, and you might have questions as you go along. So please do, this is not, we're not muting so that, you know, you can't talk, we're muting just for background noise. So yeah, so just do jump on if you do have any questions. So we're going to start sharing our screen and then we will get started. Okay. Awesome.
There we go. We're up and running.
Okay. Green cleaning. So yeah, so this is what, like, genuinely, this was something that it kind of I'd thought about before, but never really kind of realized how easy it would be to make these changes and how big that change could actually be. So obviously, before we talk about how we're doing the cleaning, it's very quick to go through, well, why can we use doTERRA in this way? Because actually that is very, very key, that there is a difference between doTERRA essential oils. Most of you know this, but they're sourced from all over the world. And because they are sourced from all over the world, they are indigenous to those countries, but they're so potent. They are meant to grow there. And so because of that, when we're using them, it's super cost effective because they're so potent. And of course, you know, they are 100% pure. There's nothing added, nothing taken away. So they actually work with our body's chemistry very carefully. So they support with our physical and our emotional needs. Who doesn't want emotional needs support when we're cleaning? Hey, that's one of those things that most of us don't really love. So if we can have an emotional boost at the same time, then that's really, really exciting. So when everything we're talking about today, it needs to be doTERRA essential oils, because otherwise you could actually be having the complete opposite impact on your body. Thanks, Danny. Next slide, if that's okay.
Yeah, it's taking its time. It doesn't want to move.
Not moving. There you go.
No.
Maybe
Oh, there we
more
go.
about it.
There we go. Yeah, we got it sorted.
Amazing. So really quickly, so in our, you know, well-being, so the foundation of health is nutrition, and that's where we talk about, you know, our lifelong vitality supplements and all of those things that we can have to support that optimal health. But in that, it kind of goes all the way up to reducing that toxic load. And often, I remember when I was looking into this, I thought, well, I have to clean, like there is no alternative. I need to make sure that things are clean. This is where we're going to look at those alternatives. Do you know what, Danny? Maybe you click go on the next one before you even think I'm finished. Because that might, like, there's a slight delay, isn't it? Okay, so this one, this was really, really interesting. Again, this is something that I was researching, and I just thought, wow, I'd never actually heard of toxic home syndrome. And actually, toxic home syndrome is where inside your home is actually more toxic than outside. Has yours gone back to the other screen, Danny?
Yeah. Can you see the house now?
It's probably coming. I
think you're on a delay, darling. I think you're a little bit delayed.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I've got the house. So within the home, there's more toxic stuff than outside, which always just felt like, well, that's not right, is it? Because you need your home to be your safe haven. You need it to be somewhere where you know you're safe from harm. Now, all of the different things, there's a huge list on there. I'm not going to go through each and every one of them, but basically some of the common side effects of what's happening when there's a toxic home syndrome happening within the home is that it can actually deteriorate your health. And so things like coughing, sneezing, watery eyes, fatigue, dizziness, and headaches. And basically a European study found that actually exposure to indoor pollutants, can actually be linked to a reduced life expectancy with some really intense stuff. Again, I'm not going to go through exactly all of
I think we lost you, Catherine.
So I'm sorry.
There we go.
It dropped off for a second there. I was like, no, don't do this to
I thought
her.
you were just doing a dramatic pause, like.
Yeah. If you go to the next one, thanks, Danny. So everyday cleaning chemicals. Now this again is all of these different things that we all recognize that we use around the home. So looking at some of these things like the NPEs, that is a common ingredient in laundry detergents and all-purpose cleaners. This is actually a hormone disruptor along with loads of other alternative side effects. Now, the problem with this is the fact that, you know, all of these disruptions that can occur and all of these side effects, if you go to the next one, please, Danny, can actually have a massive impact on all sorts of things, because when your hormones are disrupted, it is a real problem. Now, this is just an example of what the marketplace is doing, because they recognize that people are thinking, oh, I want to go and do more natural alternatives, because they're realizing that people are kind of going, yeah, I don't want all of these chemicals in my home. So look, here's one that you will definitely recognize. It says essential mist. Now, it's basically essential oils, but look at their ingredient sheet. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff in there. That is not something that you want to be pumping out in the air, breathing into your body. So it is a very, I would say, just deceiving, not good, but
it's really hard to spot the actual essential oil in there, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
Like there's clove
next one, thanks, Danny.
Halfway through, and that's it.
Yep. Crazy. 75% of fragrance products contain endocrine disruptors, and they're called phthalates. Okay, so these phthalates actually are these huge things that disrupt all sorts of things within the body. And these are scented candles, dryer sheets, air fresheners, potpourri, fragrance sprays, perfume, scented hand and body wash. You just do not want these. They're like literally secondhand smoke. We do not want these in our homes at all. So why can we clean with essential oils? They are super safe, they are natural, and a very powerful alternative. And the thing is, we want to know that they are doing the job. You know how like 100% bacteria kills 99.9% of bacteria. We want to know, because that makes people feel safe, doesn't it? Makes them feel like, yes, we're combating against this. These essential oils, for those of you who have been to a class where we talk about the bacteria and how they combat against bacteria and viral, how cool is it that you can actually use this within your home? So they are a powerful alternative. Thanks, Danny. So the science behind it. So I know that some of you will use essential oils for different things. So some of you might use essential oils for lifting mood. Some of you might use essential oils for sleep, for opening those airways. So each essential oil has a unique chemical component that actually gives a set of benefits. And so there are different oils that are able to support with household cleaning, and they have very powerful components that will help to deal with what we need in a cleaning environment. And we're going to talk about those in a moment. So the first one we're going to talk about is On Guard. So On Guard is definitely one of my top essential oils, and we use it all the time. And that's because it is so, so powerful at supporting to protect. Now, On Guard is, again, even like doTERRA, like, right, this is one of those oils that needs to be used throughout. And so they really, really excitingly created a whole set of things that we can use. So you've got the On Guard oil, which you can obviously use in and make your own cleaning sprays. But it's also got, and just for the reason why this is so, so powerful in there, you've got your wild orange, you've got clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary essential oils. These are very powerful combating against any threats that are going on. So whether they're surface threats or whether they're airborne threats, really, really powerful. Smells like Christmas, this one. Give me a wave if you feel this one smells like Christmas.
Yep, definitely.
It's like Christmas. Yeah. And so what they've done is they've created like the On Guard Cleaner Concentrate. Now this is a really, really lovely, heavily diluted so that we can use it effectively, but you can still smell that really lovely smell of the On Guard, but a much more subtle version. And this one can be used as a multi-purpose cleaner. It can be used in all sorts, and we're going to look at some recipes with this in a second. Then you've got the basically it is literally about having a solution. We're going to look at those recipes. So using baking soda, vinegar, water, and essential oils. It's as simple as that. So we're going to look at those in a second. So the next one is lemon. Lemon essential oil. So all of the citrus ones, they are super powerful at cutting grime, cutting grease, but they are so powerful at cleansing and detoxing as well. So lemon, lime, lemongrass. Now, if you, I have 3 boys, right? And so I always, like the toilets, I'm like, please don't use the toilet downstairs. But you know what? They still do. So I have to make sure that I have sprays and, you know, all of these different things to make sure that it smells great. But if you drop a drop of lime in the pan of the toilet after somebody has been, within minutes, and then no joke, it's as if nobody's been in there. It's properly cool. It's one of those, like, it literally, it's food to eat. It's amazing. So you've got lemon in a spray bottle. You've got the purifying and cleansing blend. Purify is a lovely, it's got white label. It's that really fresh smell. And it's got lemon, Siberian fir, citronella, lime, tea tree, and cilantro in it. It's designed to support with odors, but also purifying surface areas as well. Tea tree is known for its purifying properties. So this is one, again, it is, you can literally feel confident that using these essential oils, you're going to combat against those issues that you might see. And the next one that we're going to look at, Annie, actually, would you mind calling out the one that it changes over to? And then I can, wild orange, perfect. So wild orange is, again, one of those super powerful cleansing properties, but also it's that mood lifting, isn't it? So you feel really happy when you're doing the cleaning. It is so powerful at cutting through grime as well. Now, peppermint, if you feel like, oh, I really don't want to do the cleaning, having your wild orange and your peppermint together, even pop it on your hand and breathe it in as well. But peppermint actually repels bugs. So if you're somebody who hates bugs, then putting this around your windows is a really great way of doing it. Okay, so spraying around all the corners, etc., it naturally repels them. Douglas fir and Siberian fir have very powerful cleansing and purifying properties. And these oils deodorize and leave a really lovely, like you're walking through the forest type of smell. It's lovely. I love mixing it with wild orange. It does that both. It just smells absolutely amazing. Then you've got eucalyptus. This is a very refreshing essential oil. You can combine again with lemon or peppermint, putting it in water and vinegar, and you can use this to support in your kitchen or your bathroom. So those are lots of different things. You can also use frankincense in your hands as well if you really need that extra boost. So often people think, well, I can't swap to natural alternatives because it's going to be so much more expensive. Now, what we're talking about here is products we already buy and we're swapping them out. Now, the cool thing about doTERRA is that if you have a customer account, you've already got 25% off everything anyway. So you're making those savings and you get points back for every time you spend. Unlike Tesco's, where it's like £1 for £100, you can get up to £30 back. So on your £100 spent. So it's definitely, you kind of end up getting so much for free. Now, with the cost, for example, of making your all-purpose spray, so I've put an actual spray bottle price here, and that's, you know, your white vinegar cleaner concentrate, which is this one here, this mixture. Can you see my little arrow when I touch it? Oh no, there you go. You did, Danny.
I'm doing
so
it, don't worry.
The cleaner concentrate there, the wild orange, and then the melaleuca. And that, basically, the cost of doing that spray bottle is £1.29. And the thing is, it lasts so long because you don't need a lot of it to do the areas that you need to. Then you've got, for example, your laundry detergent. And I'm going to go through that a little bit more as to why this is really, really important. But it's 45p per wash. Again, this is not expensive at all. And then your hand soap is approximately £4 for the hand soap. Now, some people dilute it, so then they put it half water, half soap, and still is very effective, which means it's only £2 for the soap as well. And it goes so long. Perfect. Thanks, Danny. So looking at the safety guidelines, so it is about making sure that you store them in the right place. So in a darkened area, you don't leave your essential oils out in the sun. So the citrus oils will last up to 5 years as long as they're in a darkened container, and the other ones will outlive us. And then it's looking at making sure that you're using the doTERRA essential oils, because again, we don't want to have, you know, looking at making natural choices and then actually getting synthetic essential oils. So looking at some of the extra ingredients that you definitely will want to have, like white vinegar, baking soda, salt. You can use Castile soap, or you can just use the doTERRA clean and concentrate. And then depending on how intense what your cleaning is, so for example, if you're doing your kitchen surfaces or your oven or whatever, using 5 drops of essential oils to 2 to 3 cups of the cleaning solution, and then you can just get stronger, depending on what's going on. And the oven, this is one that I was blown away by, because the chemicals that you have to use to clean your oven is horrific, isn't it? It literally chokes you and you have to leave it for however long. This with baking soda is unbelievable. Baking soda, vinegar, and the lemon essential oils are amazing. So there's loads of essential oils with cleaning properties, and there's a list there, and it's just a case of you discovering, okay, well, which ones do I love the smell of? you know, which ones, what do I want my home to smell like cinnamon bark, amazing one. Some of them are more expensive than others. So yeah, the lemon, lime, any of the citrus ones are really good and cost effective. So the other one, so like we've already gone through some of these, so we can skip this one actually, just because there's a lag. And then doing your room spray, so having this again, like I said, in the bathroom, you can literally create your own potpourri. You know, you don't need to use those fake smelling ones because you've got your own ones that will work perfectly. So looking at an actual all-purpose cleaning spray and the ingredients to put in there, this is a really great way of, you know, using white vinegar, sorry, and then warm water, and then 20 to 25 drops of essential oil, and then it's literally ready as an all-purpose cleaning spray. That is it. So you can see how cheap that actually would work out to be.
And it's really simple too. Like it literally doesn't take long to make either, does it? It's literally seconds to make a bottle. And I've particularly found with this one, because I've done this one with On Guard, is usually with cleaning sprays, when I spray like the top of my hob, it tends to leave that white greasy mark for ages as it just kind of spreads the grease around, whereas this just cuts straight through and it's literally spray, wipe, done. Because I hate cleaning. I am not a Monica from Friends. I do not love it. So the quicker and more effective for me, the better. And I just find it works so much more effectively. It just takes one wipe instead of loads of scrubbing, which I think we would probably all love, right? Nobody wants to stand scrubbing at their kitchen surfaces for hours on it.
Exactly. Yeah, I love that. Cleaning your dishes. This is one, again, we all think, oh, well, I need to use fairy liquid because what else am I going to use? But the stuff in it is actually terrible. So this was on the government's website saying that the ingredient in it, let's try not to say that word, it's a big one, it's spelt out on the next page, it can no longer be considered safe at current levels according to European Commission. Like, you kind of think, what? They've not recalled all of these, have they? They're still on the shelves in the supermarkets. And look at what it does. Nerve damage. It's highly toxic with only one brief exposure. Toxic in low concentrations. Increased seizures, visual abnormalities, skin irritant. It's just crazy, isn't it? And the problem is, it's in basically cleansers, shower gels, deodorants, shaving foam. There's loads, and obviously washing up liquid. Now, to me, the washing up liquid is a real problem because you're then putting your food on and you're ingesting it. And of course, there's always residue of whatever it is that you've used on the plates. And so the hand soap is actually what I use as my fairy liquid. Probably shouldn't use brand, should I? Washing up liquid. So that's literally what I use. And I remember the first time I was like, where's the, like, whatever it was I was using at the time. And I was like, oh, brilliant. I just used that. And you'd think, what? How can you use hand soap on your dishes? Of course, if you think about it, this is On Guard. It's not actually like perfumed something, you know, that leaves that perfume residue on your hands. It's super effective, cuts through grease. Like Danny said, it's so effective and it's super easy. So you've got your pump there, pump into your dishes, and it does bubble up. Obviously not like these huge crazy bubbles, but that bubble stuff is actually the thing that they use, the thing that creates bubbles in shampoos, etc., is what they actually use, the ingredient they use to clean jet engines. I don't want that on my body, or my hair, or my hands, or anything. I'm like, no thanks. So On Guard Cleaner Concentrate is an amazing option to have as well. And this, again, you use a tiny little bit those squishy things with the pump that's on that picture there, that one's always really, really good to use it. And add more water. You don't need to use it, like a lot of it at all. It is so, so powerful. Okay, so this one, we're just going to skim through this one. What does this mean? This is like toxic load overload. You know, you get it out of the washing machine and all you can smell is this intense perfume. And actually, it is super bad for us to have that smell. And actually, somebody had asked me recently, well, what does the On Guard washing liquid, what does it smell of? It actually smells of nothing, really. It smells clean. And that is something that often people have to get into the habit, that what these do is they just put more stuff on top of your clothes. And when you're wearing it, it's going into your skin because you're putting all of this stuff on your body. And when your body heats up, obviously smells come out and they come out of the fabric and go into your body. And so what you want is you want your clothes to be clean minus all of this perfume that is pushed on it. So next one, please, Danny. Yeah, and this is, again, it's frustrating, isn't it? Probably the most toxic room, like, yeah, because you're drying all these clothes and then often you'll put these around the room, especially in winter, on heaters, and then it's pumping up into the air and you smell that, don't you? It's very strong. It comes out and you're just breathing in all that stuff and you do not want to be breathing that in. So lots of different things you can do. If you definitely want those smells to be there, so you can add them to your dryer sheets or your drying balls. I love doing this. I usually use Purify or lemongrass. I love those smells on the clothes. And then you can, I love this, Siberian fir, to get rid of unpleasant odors. And then you can literally use it on a damp cloth when you're ironing your clothes if you really want that super smell. And then you can also add half a cup of white vinegar, 4 to 6 drops of melaleuca to the wash cycle to brighten your white clothes. How cool is that? So it naturally brightens things. So there you go. This is why this is awesome. The whole actual, you know, so they're environmentally friendly. It's super highly concentrated. So in that cap, I have, you know, I said I have 3 boys and they like to get mucky. And so it's true testament of something. And actually my youngest had an accident on a climbing frame and actually damaged his pelvis for a while. He's doing much better now, but he could not hold in his wee. It was awful. So he was like 5 and he couldn't make it to the toilet. So of course, what's the best test for clothes and a laundry detergent? Urine, because urine is disgusting and it smells so strong. And you absolutely know if a laundry detergent is good enough if it can remove it within 1 cycle. And I remember with the old one, when he was little or when the others were little, it wouldn't. You'd have to put it through twice. This one you do not have to. And I only use in our 10 kilo, in fact, I think it's 12 kilo. Yeah, it's 12 kilo washing machine, so really big. And I only use a quarter of the lid. It says a lid or a half a lid, but I just use a quarter and it works perfectly. Because I just thought, hey, I'm going to try and see what happens. And it worked perfectly. Wood. Now, often people think, well, I can't possibly use essential oils for supporting with wood, but actually really, really does. You just look at the different ones that are going to support with it. So fractionated coconut oil, arbor vitae, even lemon, you know, it really helps to polish it up and make it look beautiful. So then we've got glass. Again, this one's one that's really, really fun and anyone can do it. So making up these different recipes. Now, we can send you all of these recipes. I don't need to go through each an individual one because until you need to make it up, you don't need me to go through it, if that makes sense. But there's so many awesome recipes for each of these. Sticky mess, this is so cool. If you get, you know, like the residue on stuff when you peel off the sticker, using the lemon and it just takes it away. Or if you've got a plaster, or if somebody's had a plaster or something, you literally just drop the lemon on the outside and it removes it before you even peel it off, so it doesn't then hurt. All these little things, that lemon is just such a cool oil.
Lemon's awesome. I did the sticky label thing yesterday because I find that when it comes to kitchen products, when they've got, like, if you get like new plates or pans or ovenware, the labels are just a nightmare to get off all the time. Why on kitchen stuff that you're going to cook in and you can't get labels off? So I bought some like tumblers to use outside on my patio, and the labels just like scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed, and they just wouldn't come off. So I got the lemon out yesterday. I did paste it in the group actually, and it just literally a drop on my thumb. So it wasn't even a full drop. I just tipped the bottle up just to make my thumb wet, just rubbed it across, and they just came straight off. No scrubbing needed, and it was just awesome. I love lemon for degreasing. It's so cool.
Amazing. And that's
I hate sticky labels. They drive me insane.
Totally. And it's so effective. Really? So effective. Carpet cleaner. Now this is an awesome one. I love it. We use it a lot. And we've also got a dog. And so when you actually can put oils in your Hoover filter, isn't it? So you put it in your Hoover, you can put any. Good. So when you're hoovering, you have that lovely smell. So any of your favorite oils you can pop in the filter. So then when you, like, literally this is amazing because of course you see all these really intense, I think it's still a brand, shake and vac and all of those, but you can literally make your own, and it is totally safe. So effective, like really effective. Again, dog and all of those sorts of things. It's a true testament of whether or not this helps with odor. Very powerful. So it's a really good one to use. And then linen, all of those, again, you can create your own smells. You can create your own environment that you absolutely love. It just smells beautiful and lifts the smell. So like if you have something that's been maybe in laundry room or sitting in the airing cupboard and you just want to lift it, just misting across the top of it and it will lift that smell. It's really powerful. Your own dish soap, again, you can either use the On God concentrate, or you can use Castile soap and then different essential oils. Again, just different recipes available. So there's different ways to get started with the green cleaning. So most of the oils that we've spoken about, you've got your lemon, you've got your tea tree, your peppermint, there's lavender in there, there's all sorts of different ones available in there. So there's the Family Essentials Kit, and then there's the Home Essentials Kit. These are the two most popular essential oil kits that we have. But some people might think, well, can I just buy the one, or can I just buy? So there are different ways of buying with doTERRA. The first way is retail, and we never help people to get it that way because it is not cost effective. The second way is to get a customer account for £24, and then you get 25% off everything. And so often what I will do is I will go, okay, if these are the three, let's say 3 oils, these are the 3 oils you're really interested in, I'll say these are the prices retail and these are the prices wholesale with the customer account. And it's pretty much, most often it's either a cheaper price because then you get 25% off everything. But of course, if you get a set, it's even cheaper because they waiver that £24 fee. And then you've got all of these different essential oils. The Home Essentials Kit is the most popular one because not only is it the same core 10 essential oils, but they're the bigger bottles. So they're 15 mils. And it's literally 3 times the amount of essential oils for just twice the price. So it is definitely the best value. And there's some other ones you can add to it, isn't there, Danny?
Yes.
So these are the cleaning add-ons that you might want to add on to support with your cleaning. And you can see the price there and how, again, you can decide, okay, well, I want the main core ones first, and then I will add these later. Do you remember how I said you get points back and you get cash back? It is definitely cash back. It's like cash back because you get to spend them on products. but it is so worth it. I know that for me, this was a game changer, because I knew that I didn't want toxic load in my home, but also I wasn't spending more. Like often you go around the shop and you're like, oh look, 2 for whatever on the end racks, you know, of the cleaning products. So you get them anyway. But actually, you could do all of those things with all of those different loads and loads of different bottles with a simple essential oil blend with in your spray bottle. And so you 100% save so much money. And it's just swapping it, isn't it? And that's the thing. Like I often talk to Danny, is like, it's not about saying you need to spend more. It's about spending smarter, spending in a different location. You're swapping where you spend as opposed to spending more. And that is really, really powerful. Did you want to add anything to that at all, Danny?
No, I mean, I don't think so. I think that's pretty much covered the ways to get started quite well. I mean, obviously, some of you are already started and already using oils, so they're just some really interesting ones that you can use if you're doing your LRP orders and you're looking to now start to introduce those cleaning products. I'll stop sharing so we can just chat. So it wasn't one of the first things that I did, because until I started to use doTERRA for my healthcare, I never really looked at any kind of toxins and what was actually in the products. I just never even gave it a second thought. So it wasn't until I actually came to the green cleaning class myself that I just realized how much those chemicals were having an impact. My hubby's an asthmatic, so obviously spraying air fresheners and things around the room was just really no good for us. So just as I ran out of things, I just started to get rid of things and replace them, which is why I put about ditching and switching. So to start ditching the chemicals and switching to nature. And actually, I've not bought any kind of, I don't need to buy cleaning products. I have one spray bottle that I pretty much use in every single room of my house. It is so easy, so simple. You know, the diffusers are on and I'm not using the air fresheners and all those things that I used to spray around the house. And it's actually really easy. Like, I'm not a DIY person at all. So I quite liked the cleaning concentrate, because I'm like, okay, that's the easiest way to start, right? It's just to get one that's ready made and just dilute it and get going. But there's just so many options, and you can literally make it to smell exactly as you want it, not how they come from a shop. And it's just so much easier, and knowing that it's then more beneficial for us as well, which is just awesome.
Definitely. And like you say, you can have, I mean, often an idea, I never even walk down those aisles. Like, it's a whole chunk of the store you don't even go into. Saves you time too. It does, genuinely. So do you have any questions? Anybody have any questions at all? No question is a bad question. Even if it's what glass bottle do you use, or where do you get them? Actually, Danny, do you want to share where you get yours from?
Yeah, so I actually get all my sort of cleaning supplies, and I even get my roller bottles and everything from a website called essentialoilsupplies.co.uk. Some of you may already be familiar with that. But for those of you that aren't, they're so cost effective. They're literally a couple of pounds for the glass bottles. And obviously you reuse them, therefore we're not using plastic anymore either. We're not using these throwaway bottles that are then also not very good for the environment. And there's literally all different sizes, and you can even get different colors if you like your cleaning products to look pretty as well. You can even get labels for them. I've literally just bought a clean home book, actually. It's just a little, I think it was only a couple of pounds from essentialoilsupplies.co.uk, and it has literally like a few recipes and things in, but there's a sheet in the middle with sticky labels on. So you can literally just put those labels onto your cleaning products and know exactly which one you've made for, you know, spraying the bathroom or cleaning the toilet or cleaning the hob and things like that. So I can't wait to actually get creating and making a load of things up and making them all look pretty with pretty colourful labels. I think I might want to use them more if they look nice, right?
Yeah,
cleaning is just such
because they
chore.
smell nice.
I just hate it. It's such a chore most of the time. So to make it as fun, and it smells amazing. And when you said it earlier about using like the peppermint and wild orange together, I'm like, yeah, I actually need the motivation from the smelling of the cleaning products to actually even do it. It's just, once it's done, it's only done for a short while, and then you have to redo it, don't you? It doesn't last for ages. Wouldn't it be great if we could clean once and not touch anything for like 3 months? It'd be awesome.
Yeah,
but
we talked about Mary Poppins this morning. That would be nice.
I know, it's just ongoing, it's relentless. And I mean, no offense to any men folk, right, but anybody that lives with men knows that you will clean something and 30 seconds from them coming home, they've made it a mess, right? My hubby's a gardener. He comes in the house with his muddy boots the second after I've mopped, and quite frankly, I could just chuck him out with the manky water because it drives me mad. So when we're using them so frequently, we don't realize how much we're taking on, because they're constantly in our homes. If we're not cleaning the bathroom one day, we're polishing the next, we're changing the bed sheets and washing the next. And so we've literally got these chemicals on us all the time.
Yeah.
If we're going to have to use them all the time, we need to be making sure we're using things that are not going to, be harming to us. But it also means, that we've got all these lovely different options and solutions that are really quick and effective, because like I said, I really do not want to be doing that for lots and lots of times. When I have to keep cleaning up after my hubby, I don't want to be doing it every single day, day in, day out, right? We've got better things to do with our lives, haven't we, ladies?
100%. Yeah. And actually, what was it? So it was Emily Mascarenhas, one of the ladies that we do doTERRA with, and she said, when you are well, you have a million dreams. When you are unwell, you have one dream. And it just was like really powerful statement. And actually, the crazy thing is that the cleaning in our homes with the chemicals is actually affecting our health, like 100% affecting our health. And so we need to make those changes so that it's that long-term impact on everybody within our home. And I love the fact that actually my children are not going to have an impact on them with all these different chemicals and all these different things that that a lot of, sadly, this awful things going on. And I actually watched this thing, and it physically made me feel sick. I'm quite an emotional person, right? I cry things quite easily. My children look at me and like, Mummy's crying, watching a movie or whatever. But it was horrific, and it was on the BBC, and they were talking about leukemia in children. And this specialist came on, and he basically said the biggest issue that we have is the cleaning in the homes. And the woman kind of said, what are you saying, that the cleaning in the home is causing the leukemia? And he basically nodded his head. And I just was like, oh my gosh, because how many adverts are spray your child's, the tabletops, make sure you've got 100%, like 99%, all of this intensity. And that was probably about 3 years ago. And it hit me really hard. And I just thought, how horrific that this is and it's still all those adverts are out there pushing. Look after your child by anti-backing everything. And then that's what was being said by this specialist on this program. And I just remember thinking, it was the BBC. It was like one of these morning things. And I just remember thinking, what? So we can make changes. They don't have to be big changes. Like Danny said, it's ditch and switch. Make things like so that you are saving money and that you're doing it over time. It just is an easy switch. If you've got the oils already, it is literally as simple as getting a glass jar. The rest of it, you've probably got in your home, the water.
And actually, there's so many shops now that are doing this. I think I picked up some glass bottles. They were only a couple of pounds each from Dunelm.
Yes, that's true.
So you don't even need to, go onto even a website to find them. People are actually now stocking these because it's becoming more apparent to people, and so many more people are telling. I think, like, I don't know if she uses natural things. I don't really pay much attention to her, but Mrs. Hinch, and I know Stacey Solomon's got all these books out about changing over to different things. I think more people are becoming, they've made all these beautiful little caddies and things to carry your cleaning products around in. Everybody wants to be lovely doing it, don't they now? So there's so many stores, like I think B&M and Home Bargains, really getting all these kind of different products in, and these little glass cleaning bottles. So it's actually even more simple because they're in the stores we even frequent now. So just go past the cleaning aisle to the glass jars instead.
Yeah. Save that money. Awesome, everybody. Well, thank you so much for joining us. If you have any questions, please do remember, just, you know, pop it in on Facebook or wherever it is. Like, that's what we're here for. We're here to help. And then Danny, I'm sure you're going to share the recipes as you go along anyway with the things.
Of course, I'm going to post some things in the group as well, just to get everybody started. Some really simple ones, like the all-purpose cleaner is the one you can literally get started with straight away, because you can just use it everywhere. So it's really easy, really simple. I've also got an ebook that I will be sending out to everybody as well, which has got some really simple, really effective recipes in that just makes it super easy to get started.
So before we go, can I ask everybody to share their smell they think will be their favorite in their spray bottles? So what would be your favorite smell in your spray bottles? Start with you.
Okay, my favorite is probably going to be lemon, to be honest. I would think. Yeah,
nice.
But I may change my mind. I'm very new to it, so but I've already made up some, and I'm using it as my general cleaner already, with the white vinegar and water. Yeah,
nice, amazing.
Yeah, and I put some On Guard in there as well.
Perfect. Thank you so much for sharing, Em. That's awesome.
Can I also ask, when you're making the washing detergent, what can you do? You have to use the one you were saying about the doTERRA product, or can you mix it with some other things? Can you, like, does that make sense to you? So as in creating your own, as you can totally, there are recipes, there are natural recipes online, but like Danny says, so I'm not one of those make and take people. I'm just not. I'm like, I want it easy, I want it quick, and I want it cost effective. But some people make like laundry balls in, like, you know, like they make really cool stuff. Like there's loads and loads of different recipes out there but I just find the laundry detergent is super cost effective because you only need a tiny amount.
It is.
And you just buy that.
It's out of stock at the minute though.
Oh, is it?
So you're going to have to DIY for a short time until it's back in.
Yeah.
So there are amazing recipes online though. Pinterest is a really great place to get a load of recipes, I find.
With the doTERRA.
Loads of green cleaning stuff on there.
So, okay, but when you're using the doTERRA one, you just add whatever essential oil you'd like to give it a scent, do you?
Yeah, you can do. I don't. I tend to do it in a spray or in the dryer. So depending on what time of year it is. If it is the summer, I've got a mist spray that I literally hang them up and then just mist over it. Just because I like that. And then in the dryer, I will put it on the dryer balls. And then it comes out literally smelling like the essential oil. It smells amazing. Okay,
cool. That's really great. Thank you, honey.
Oh, you're welcome. Lemongrass. If you love lemongrass is an amazing one, and it's super cheap. It's like 3p per drop.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, I've got a big order that's growing rapidly out.
If you do, so this is a tip as well, if you do have that big order growing, remember that it's about spreading it out so that you get more free stuff. Because with doTERRA, when you do an LRP, so a loyalty rewards order up to over 125, you literally then get free products. So it's kind of, just make sure you calculate it and then say, okay, that's next month's wish list. Split it out.
Okay, great. Thank you, honey.
No worries. Okay, Trish, what would you? Oh, Trish. No, Trish. I thought Trish had gone there. Trish, what would you say is your favourite one? Your favourite smelling one that you think you might use first? I don't know if Trish can hear. 2 seconds. Kate, would you mind sharing your favourite one? Your favourite, which one you think you're going to make your smelling?
I like anything citrus.
Nice.
I seem to have ordered pretty much every citrus thing.
Nice.
Sorry, I had a screaming baby.
Oh, bless you, Trish. Sorry. No worries.
I like citrus too. I'm the same.
There you go. I think most of us love citrus
We're all
one,
very
don't
much
you?
citrusy, yes.
Nice. Thank you so much, Kate. Thank you, Trish. And Joe. Is it Joe? Who else have we got on? Are you able? I will wait till Joe can unmute herself, maybe.
I'm going to request to unmute. There you
Oh,
go.
brilliant. What would you say your favourite one is, Joe?
Sorry, I'm not good at like video speaking. I don't really like it too much, but I don't know. I mean, I think if I was to probably citrus. I mean, I did put it in the chat bit, like probably sort of citrus pine kind of stuff for like general cleaning and sort of like more sort of relaxing, like sort of lavender or can't remember what it is called, the other one.
Serenity. Is it the Serenity one?
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't got that one, but so I mean, I use lavender pretty much most evenings anyway.
Amazing.
But I'd probably not the doTERRA ones. I'm sort of still hoping to invest in the near future. I've already spoken to Danny about that one.
Nice.
Yeah, lavender and like sort of relaxing sort of stuff for like excuse me, furniture, fabrics and that, but pine and citrus would probably be general cleaning.
Nice.
So yeah.
Perfect. And what you'll find is, because I used to use other essential oils, like I grew up using essential oils, and what you'll find is that the cost effectiveness of that transfer is huge, because like Danny said, like let's say you need lavender, you won't even have a drop, you'll just do that and you've got enough to use your lavender. It is so potent. It is by far the biggest.
Sorry, it's also my favourite scent and my favourite flower and my favourite colour all at once, lavender. So.
Amazing. Oh, that's awesome. And then Julie, what would be your top smell? Oh, you're muted. Oh, you're muted, Julie. Can you unmute yourself?
There we are.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, same against the ladies. I love the citrus. I like the peppermint. But I'll tell you what I really like, but it's not particularly good for cleaning, is that camphor smell. You know, that kind of
Oh, yes.
Oh, I love that. Love that smell. But
So
not that good.
that's probably, well, no, more rosemary. Have you got rosemary?
Yeah, I've got rosemary. I've just got what have I just ordered? Oh, it's gone straight up my head. Yeah,
That's all right.
I've got loads of oils. They all kind of blur into one, and I've got them everywhere as well.
Yeah.
And I think my most favourite one is wild orange.
Yeah. Yeah,
Love
that is a winner any day.
Yeah. And I've got the is it Motivate, the blend, the roller blend?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like put that into my nose.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
You're like, right, let's go.
Yeah.
I think that one smells like after 8 mints.
Do you?
Yeah. When I diffuse it, it smells like after 8 mints. Oh, it smells good enough to eat.
Nice. Oh, amazing. Well, thank you all so much, everybody, for sharing. It's been great to catch up with you today. And then, yeah, I think Danny's going to stop the recording.
I am going to stop the recording if I can figure out how to stop the